Hi there, beer fans and hopheads. Full as ESB. Now, what can I say about this beer? Well, the first thing I can say about this beer, I've been doing these reviews now for 4 years, and it's never crossed my bar. This is a beer that I've never reviewed, and if I'm being brutally honest, I don't actually ever remember drinking this beer. It's a classic beer. Like it says on the label, it says legendary ale. It is legendary ale. I am a bitter fan. I love my beers. I love my bitters. And like I say, probably in the distant past, I probably have had it, but it's not something that I actually remember doing. And it is legendary. I think this is a beer that's probably won more awards than any other beer. And it's not all that old. I think it was developed in the 70s, something like this. But we're going to see what I think about it. Welcome to Andy's Beer Reviews. Yes, ESB, extra special bitter, current at 4.9% ABV. They are a cracking brewer. To be fair, like I said, I've never really, I don't think I've ever seen this in a supermarket until very recently when I've actually found that, which I've never reviewed before, and also their Black Cab, which I've never reviewed either. So I'm going to have a lot of fun reviewing these two bitters, but I can't review it until I get it out of the bottle, can I? Yeah, no idea why it's never come to me. It's just one of those things. I probably live a little bit too far north, although I think I bought these from Scotland. I wish I could remember where I bought them from. I'm just looking forward. Do you know what? Of all the reviews I've done, I do sometimes look forward to reviews, and this is one that I am definitely looking forward to. Flipping dog hair in the beer. Dog hairs don't taste that good in beers. Tell you that for nothing. So it is a supermarket beer. So we're not going to talk about the colour or the aroma. What I will say is I'm getting some lovely sweet aromas off it already, but we're not sticking our nose in. We're just going to say cheers, everybody. Cheers. Oh, a bitter. I'll tell you what, drinks like this absolutely just take me back to when I first started drinking in the railway in Nottingham, drinking Trophy off hand pump. And these beers, no matter the flavours, and this doesn't taste like that, but it's just the thrill of drinking a bitter again. I have considered in the past kind of just sticking to one style of beer in these reviews, and that beer would be bitters, because I just find them absolutely extraordinary. I don't know if it's partly that just taking me back in time and things used to be simpler. I used to be a younger man. Things remind me, I've just been helping my sister with the garden. She's only 15 months younger than me, Andrea, and I can't believe my brain says yes. You're in your 30s, Andy, you can do this. And after doing a little bit of gardening, my body just says, you're fucking knackered, mate, I tell you. So drinking beers like this do take me back to my childhood. The very first beer, let's have another swig. The very first beer I ever drunk, not the first alcohol, but the very first beer I ever drunk was a bitter. I don't remember what it was, though. I remember we'd been to a wedding. I was possibly 6 or 7. I think I've told this story before. 6 or 7, something like that. We'd been to a wedding. The kind of reception was in it was in Pontefract. The wedding reception was in the bar next door, in the pub next door. My grandma used to drink halves of beer, bitter. I don't know why I say it like that, because that's all you could get. You could get flipping beer or lager back in those days, and that was all. I don't even remember, probably pale ales as well, but don't remember that. And she got herself a half from the bar, put it in the desk on the bar on the table we sat at. I and my sister were probably drinking bottles of Kogel at the time. And I said, "Oh, can I try that, Grandma?" "Yes, of course you can, Andrew." And so she put it down in front of me. I picked it up and nicked it in one. And I don't know if my love affair of beers and bitters started from there or not, but I just absolutely remember that. And walking into a pub 16 for the first time and ordering my very own beer for the first time. Trophy, lovely. I'm whittling on, aren't I? And you're not hearing anything about the beer. So the beer itself. It's a really tasty beer. I'm getting a lovely, really dark, almost burnt, which sounds awful, but it's not. It's a really dark toffee, caramelly flavour, almost like a burnt, almost, if you're in the UK and you're probably of an age, almost like a bonfire toffee type flavour coming from it. So I'm getting that toffee, I'm getting a little bit of more mild caramel coming through, I'm getting a little bit of breadiness coming through, a little bit of earthiness coming through as well. There is a little bit of tanginess coming from the hops, a little bit of citrus in there, perhaps. It's a long finish. That toffee flavour is lasting throughout. The bitterness comes and goes. It's quite a mild bitterness. It's not a big bitterness by any stretch of the imagination. It's a really smooth beer. It's a really solid beer. It does remind me of an old-fashioned. It does remind me of the sort of beer that I would have drunk in a pub when I was 16, 17 years old. It's got that very malty flavour, a little bit of bitterness, smoothness, not a lot of hops. I think nowadays I'd probably like a little bit more hop flavour to come through, just to balance off that toffee and caramel a little bit. That would be nice. But that's all. I can see why this is a classic beer. I can see why every single reviewer on YouTube has reviewed this. Sorry to the rest of the beer reviewers out there that it's taking me a lot longer than you guys to get into this club. But yeah, it's a lovely. It's a lovely beer. Like I say, for me, it just needs a little bit more hop, a little bit more bitterness, a little bit more. Yeah, just a little bit more. Just balance off that toffee a little bit would have been nice. Score-wise then, I am going to score this fella 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 from Andy's Beer Reviews. If you've enjoyed this video, apart from the bit where I waffled quite a lot, but if you enjoyed the beer a bit, give it a thumbs up. Well, we'll share with your beer loving mates. And don't forget to comment with your favourite beer or suggestions for any future reviews you'd like me to do. Thanks for joining me today. Really appreciate it. Until next time, everybody drink responsibly. Enjoy your beers. Cheers.